You know how much Jessica and I love Halloween. Well, today, for today's Grimm adventure, we find ourselves again in Salem, Massachusetts, in something called the Witch City Museum. And you see this guy that's right behind me? Well, this creepy ghoul standing out front of this thing called the International Monster Museum. And we're gonna go inside for another Grimm Halloween exhibit here in Salem. Now, before we go inside the International Monster Museum, let's get a better look at this person. I'm gonna have to ask them inside what this creature's name is, because I'm telling you what, it's extra spooky. And I love how it says haunted adventure this way.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always a coming my way.
Just walking into the main foyer, I'm gonna go ahead and call it that. There's definitely some monstrous things happening. I can already tell this place is gonna be pretty phenomenal. I mean, why can't we have things like this in our house, Jessica? Why?
We can.
Oh, I wonder if they'll sell it to us. I looked up here towards the ceiling. At first I thought it was a door, like two doors, wooden doors that were painted, but no, it's a crypt. Well, whatever you call that thing that you put a coffin in and then you lower it into the ground, and look how it's all painted. Oh my gosh. Now if we stand underneath this, we can get a closer look at everything up here. It's all Stephen King. I love the blood red. That's a nice touch right there on Cujo and Carrie. Look over here in the corner. Oh, it's Creepshow. And you know how I feel about things being properly lit and on display. This place, we haven't even gone inside the museum proper, and this is magnificent. Oh man, I got chills. All right, in we go. First off, looks like we have Nosferatu. Oh my word. I love that the very first thing you encounter are vampires. The lighting is very well done. Very well done indeed. That's actually pretty intense. Next up, looks like we got some witches. Oh my word. And it comes with sounds. You hear that? The bubbling. The witches cackle. Oh my gosh. How fitting for Salem, right? Right next to them, moving over in the corner, it looks like there's a banshee of sorts. Oh my. This place is beautiful. And in the corner across the room, we got a werewolf. All right, I don't think he moves. But just look at that. All right, I'm officially blown away. What's really neat about this place is I've never seen anybody do it before. Because this place is so dark, they actually give you an LED lantern because they have things on the walls that you can't see unless you have the lantern. Oh my, and then right above this one, look at this. Baby, this place is killer. And without the lantern, we wouldn't have seen this. Down here beneath the werewolf is another werewolf. Well, at least it's head. See what I mean? The sound. Oh my God. That's terrifying.
I love it so much.
So you need the lantern to move forward, but they got freaking werewolves everywhere. So was it pressure activated?
I don't know.
Let's see, we're trying to activate. Oh. Now, since we literally just saw vampires, I thought maybe these would be vampire brides, but they're not. As you get closer, there are signs that say Spectre and Banshee. Oh, I'd hate to run into this somewhere out there in the road. Over here in this corner, I thought it was a mummy, but no, the sign says Revenant. Let's get a closer look at that face. Oh my. That is pretty darn grotesque if you ask me. I will say this, it makes me very happy that they have monsters that aren't your typical monsters in a monster museum. This right here is a Wendigo. Oh man, how many times can I say the word monster? The walls are painted as if you're walking through a forest. Right over here we have some evil looking leprechauns. Oh man, our luck has run out. If you listen closely, you can hear them laughing at you as you walk by. Now, some of the areas are a little too dark, so good thing we have this lantern. Over here in this corner, it's the Mothman. That thing is looking extra creepy, man. Yeah, I really love that they have the monsters that aren't your normal monsters. Right here, they got a chupacabra. Look at that thing. And right above the chupacabra, he can't even fit in this room, is the Crooked Man. Man, that's insane. A little terrifying, to be honest. Oh, wow. The next room, these spectral ghosts painted on the walls. I freaking love it. They're like ghost jellyfish. Next up, looks like we got some mummies. There's this one here with a surprised look on his face. And then right next to him, these are incredible. And of course, what monster museum wouldn't be complete without mummy corpses attached to the wall? Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's disgusting. Then right over here, whoa, it turned on.
Unfortunate souls are ye, as you of the Pharaoh.
Oh my God! The movements of him, this is very lifelike. No wonder the mummies are coming back to life. Jessica was just pointing out, this is a cursed tomb. Oh man, baby goal, how on earth are we gonna survive this? We got more to go. I think we're about halfway. Walking forward, we got ghouls, not zombies. We got ghouls. Let's look at these guys down here. Grave of Edgar Allan Poe. What on earth is she eating? I think those are intestines. Yep, well, I'll be darned. They're intestines. And right above them, all right, yeah, I would not want to run into this person, alive or dead. Across the way from the zombies, I mean, ghouls. There's a ghoul right there. But look at this. That guy looks a little familiar. That, my friends, that's Rob Zombie. They pretty much got them everywhere you look in this place. Even hidden away in the back. Now we got to use Jessica's lantern for this one, but you see her? And look at that. Let's see. The tombstones, the crypts, it says George Romero up there. This one here says Lucio Fulci. Can I get this one down here? What's it say? Henrietta Nobi. Next up, looks like we got something satanic going on. Oh my gosh. We need these guys in our house, right by our front door, so whenever we have visitors, it'll weed out who's supposed to be there and who's not. And look at these devilish statues. Man, this is twisted. Looks like the devil statues are at the base of this guy right here. The devil himself. Well, things just took a turn for the worse. We got man-made monsters. Look at this guy. Oh man. Oh, that's just twisted. It's like The Fly, Jeff Goldblum, but not. More 50s and 60s. Let's get a closer look at his eyes. And as you walk into the room, that is one twisted creature up there. And across from them, this is probably the best Demogorgon I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've seen some Demogorgons, but nothing, and I mean nothing, as disgusting as that. I'm sorry, dude, don't eat me, don't kill me, but you're disgusting, you're nasty. The next room brings us face to face with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think technically this is Mr. Hyde because he's already turned. He's speaking.
Alone, in the ranks of mankind, was pure evil.
Next up, it looks like we're walking into the laboratory of Dr. Frankenstein. Then over here in this corner, we have Dr. Frankenstein as well as Frankenstein's monster. You have to have these guys in your museum if you're going to call yourself a monster museum. He's the most famous monster. Have to use the lantern again. Here's a little nod to Mary Shelley, the writer of the book Frankenstein, the creator of the monster. 1797 to 1851. Across from Mary Shelley, we have the Cyclops making monstrous noises. But look at this, right down towards the bottom, there are some other bones and other creatures. And look at this, there's a crate that looks like it came from the movie Creepshow. I think those are Fluffy's hands. It does say Arctic Expedition. Yeah, that's Creepshow for sure. All right, last room of the Monster Museum. That's just beautiful. And look at these poor souls. Oh my. All right, this is definitely worth a visit here in Salem. 100% worth a visit. All right, baby girl. We survived the International Monster Museum here in Salem. What did you think of it?
I love it. If I could suggest a few things to do so far, this is definitely on the list.
It's definitely a lot different. Like when you hear Monster Museum and you go to a place, a monster museum in a tourist place like Salem, you think they're gonna have all the traditional monsters. They had monsters in here that I was like, why on earth did they have it? And it all made sense. And they give you a lantern because a lot of the, all right, how many times do I say a museum needs to be lit perfectly? This one was intentionally not lit perfectly, yes. So you can use this.
Dark lit, yes.
Yeah, it was cool.
I love that they give you this because it's like, you know, walking through scared like this and you're like, you feel like you're in an old horror movie, and that was just fantastic.
Do you have a favorite monster in there?
The werewolves.
The werewolves.
The werewolves.
And then the ghost and the specters were my favorite,
Those
right
are
after the
cool.
werewolves.
Yeah.
And then the ghost, I call it the ghost jellyfish room because it was like a hallway and it looked like little jellyfish ghosts.
Okay. Yeah.
They should have had a in there. They didn't, but it's okay because your museum rocks.
Beware. Oh, that's hard to do.
So much fun.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.